Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. If you're here with me in the Discord, in the YouTube, in the X, or in the Kick Chat, go ahead, say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have SW, Julius Skunk, Abe, Stan, TW, Cyrus, J. Prowse, Sadek, Ackerman, Plum, Tingle, Savage, McGruff, Ribs Mod, I Can't Trade, High Tide, Jason, Zib, RC, Eddie's Bong, Sunrise Driver, Andreas, Killer Kyle, Cody, NLV, Paolo, Daily D, Lou, Paul, Yoon, Scott, Mark, Diego. Good morning. What's up, more MV1, Allergic Rabbit, J Star, Grigo, El Diablo, X Blue Navy guys, Lazen, Day Trader Rick, Dead Cat Bounce, Don Burberry, Tomoki, Rips Mod in the building, Justin Prowse, A Kovlin, Cube Q, Don Burberry, whatever, dude. Fat Elvis, Airmark, Tarbog, Eddie, Passion, FX Golfer, Travis Hare, or I do that every time. Travis Hare, Travis and Hare. Why do I say Travis Air? Travis and Air, Vexo, crazy man. Edward Liska, Pie Trades, Day Trader Rick, Frankie Pat, Good Morning Looney Trades, Aaron, what up? What? What's up, Erica, Nader Tater? What's that? Wow, what a market overnight. Guess how much I got on my personal account of that. Let's have a look, shall we? We crushed it. Oh wait, just kidding. Didn't get a single dollar. Dang it. That's like 200 points overnight. You look at something like that and you're like, dude, if I could have just put on 100 contracts, I would have made almost 400 grand doing that. What are you gonna do? Hey brother, what's the best way to reach out to you? You're doing it right now. Let's talk. What's happening? This is the absolute 100% best way to get in touch with me. Because here I am. I'm right here, baby. Good stuff right there. Straight bourbon. Only way to start your day. Anywho, this market is just new all-time highs again. I think on the S&Ps as well, right? Yes. No, not yet. Ooh, S&Ps might go for it today. It could happen today. You just never know. Hey, Rips, you need to go live more often. That was fun. I agree. Wait, why is this? Okay. I was like, why is that chart not moving? I think we might go live. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think we're doing more IRL streams, so that'll be fun. Excited for that. Maybe today even. Depends how the wind blows, I suppose. Gator Trader here was good. What's happening? Handful of shrooms and a glass of bourbon for breakfast. Poker lives. Yeah, I actually talked to the game runner at Bellagio, Bobby's room, and he's down for that. So after the World Series, we might have to set something up. I don't know how exciting it would be without hole cards though, but like the conversation in that room gets very legendary. But then as well as like there's going to be people who just simply do not want to be on camera or recorded. Like there are people in that room that are like, and you didn't hear this from me, but they're telling their significant other that they're like on a business trip in Ohio or something. They're not even in Vegas. They're not really there. projection. It's a hologram. So we'll figure that out. Take Profit Trader made new Pro Plus accounts end of day. Now, wait, are you serious? You're no way. You're lying. Don't play with my heart like that. Hold on. You are lying. Don't play with my heart like that. No way. Oh my God. No way. This is huge. Yo. 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 Whoa. Oh my God. I don't know if you could hear that under the table. I don't know if you could actually hear that, but I'm bricked up right now. Like actually like, I'm bricked up. Oh my God. That's like, hold on. Is that for pro account? Hold on. Don't you even say that's for pro accounts too. Who said it was for pro? Wait, hold on. Okay, so it's for, okay. I don't have any Pro Plus accounts. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay. RJ. All right, if you missed this, I'm probably going to have to say this 10 times during the broadcast, but I don't care. Okay, so Take Profit Trader. I don't know if you remember this, but like the very first time that I ever traded on Take Profit Trader, I didn't know that the Pro Plus accounts had a trailing drawdown. The new deal is if you use code RIPS, I mean, let's be honest, it's the only one that's worth it. If you use code RIPS on Take Profit Trader and you get in the Pro Plus accounts, you can copy trade up to 5 accounts. There's end of day drawdown now, so there's no more trailing drawdown. There's no payout restrictions. There's no consistency rule. There's no daily loss limit. There's no buffer zone, and it's a 90% profit split. Huh? 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 That's insane for Pro Plus. And it's 40% off? Oh my God, it's 40% off. Code RIPS, baby, 40% off. Oh my God. So wait, let me get this straight. The Pro Plus accounts, how do you get into a Pro Plus account? See, this is it. Okay, Pro is still trailing. Yeah. Okay, but Pro Plus, how do you get into the Pro Plus, by the way? Pro Plus is like the live account. Yeah. Oh, baby. Okay, so make 10K on Pro. Yeah. Bro, wait, 10K across 5 accounts or 10K on each account? 10K on each. Bro, more money for me. Haha, suckers. More money for me, baby. I don't know why I like this. Some of these songs, like I really like. Rips Club says, Rips, clipping your content is getting me into trading too. Yeah, see, that's the effect. You watch enough Rips and before you know it, you're gonna become like you're like, dang it, now I'm a pro trader. I watched too much of this guy. McGruff says, hey Rips, it's my birthday. Let's crush market to keep you from being depressed. Why are you depressed, dude? It's your birthday. Can we all say happy birthday to McGruff here? Come on. Happy birthday, McGruff. Why are you depressed? How many years young are you? You want to share with the community? Bro, that's dope. Well, I have, where is it? There it is. These are my Take Profit accounts. Wait, I think I'm like hundreds of dollars away from passing these, am I not? I feel like I'm about to pass these things. That's insane. Isn't it 53K to pass? The big 4-0, bro, congrats, you made it. You made your bloodline proud because you made it. Oh, that's dope. I mean, I think we gotta, let's trade these today, dude. I don't even know. Wait, let me see how many more days, how many trading days do I need in these things? I like how I find this all out, like with you folks together. Like we figured this all out together. That's the fun part. Okay, how many trading days do I have on these bad doggers? Let's see. Bro, I'm like, wait, 2 days? No, those aren't the right ones. Hold on. Okay, so I need 2 more trading days. Okay, we could do that. Yeah, let's let this thing rip. I'm stoked, dude. Which indicator do I have on screen? This? Or wait, this? Which one are we talking about? Be specific. I don't know what we're talking about. Casino stream was cool, bro. Didn't sleep last night. There you go. Thanks for tuning in. Wait, is Chandi in here? Where is he? I don't see Chandi in here right now. That guy's a legend. That guy's a straight ledge, dude. Anyway, we are up at all-time highs. We are kind of bouncing here. We don't have any news at the bottom of the hour. Can you believe that? Can you believe that they're doing that to us? Oh, you're talking about Spaceman. You're talking about this? Yeah, Spaceman. Spaceman BTC key level, baby. Take a screenshot of the stream right now so you never forget it. Just Spaceman BTC key level, baby. Come on, man. That gives you all these lines marked out on the chart. Besides experience and time, what's the best pro tip for looking at bookmap? I mean, literally nothing. I think it's useless. But look, and I feel like we have this conversation at least once a week. I'm sure we're gonna have a conversation too where I end up posting up my setup on Instagram. But no, like for real, bookmap. I mean, I wish there was like something I could tell you about bookmap where you're like, oh my God, it's instantly useful to me. I just don't think that exists though. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to draw like a parallel. Okay, kind of like if you're like, yay, like I just got time and sales. I'm looking at the time and sales now. What's one hot tip you could tell me that I could just like get profitable like overnight because of it? You know what I mean? I don't think it exists. I lost $50 on blackjack last night in 2 minutes and cashed out. I realized that was a combine I could have used on that. What are you doing playing blackjack? Where were you playing blackjack, by the way? Lots of FOMC speakers. Let me see what you're saying here. Let me see. Good heads up. Thank you. No. Wait, what? No, you lied to me, Julius. It's Bostic, who's not a voter, and Goolsby. That's it. What are you seeing? What are you seeing over there that I'm not? 40% off, correct. 40% off TPT. I think that Ripsmod, if Ripsmod posted, I'm gonna pin it. How about that? Make a sick post that I can pin Ripsmod. Wait, let me see. Coach Steve, did you post? Wait, why can't I click this? Am I not in the... What's going on? I can't clip this thing. I can't even clip it. Why can't I? Okay, hold on. This is annoying. Dude, YouTube needs to step up their streaming stuff. I tell you what. I can't. What is going on with this? I can't even like click your names anymore right now. So I can't even see like what your question was. This is ridiculous. Usually I could click people's names, but now I can't for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Steve, I don't know if you asked your question. I'm checking. Yeah. On a side note, I would love to dive in deep with you and help you build your trading team. I've built past memberships to over 80,000 members. I mean, we're doing it right now here. We're making it happen here, Steve. Yo, Broccoli in the building with 2 gifted. Oh, Kickbot is dope now in there too. 2 gifted subs, beautiful. Is there an activation fee on TBT with the Rips code? Let me see. Let me check the email here. I don't know. It might be like $100 or something. $150. No, bow, bow. What's the activation fee for Pro, by the way? Yo, Rips, I just did the 1,500 for 5 accounts, but how do I get the Pro Plus accounts? I have 5 TPT combines. Well, you have to trade for 5 days. So you trade for 5 days, and then you get the Pro accounts, and then once you make 10,000 in a Pro account, they give you a Pro Plus account. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to pin that. I'm pinning that. No activation fee? Is that correct? Wait, is that correct? No activation fee? Hold on. I don't know if that's real or not. I don't know if that's real or not. Is there no activation fee? Are we sure of that, Ripsmod? Okay, cool. All right, I trust you. All right. I'm just making sure. The last thing I want to do is tell you something and not have it be true. You know what I mean? Shout out to Broccoli, crushing the leaderboard already this week. Okay, I'm gonna change my my banner here. I gotta fix this. Okay. Get 40% off and no activation fee. There we go. Bang. There we go. We got it. So sick. Heck yeah. Let's go. Good morning, Ribzito. Good morning, Thato. Just took another 2,000 payout from Funded. I will be hitting my bank account later today from Binance. That's dope. Never heard of any of that. I think my banner looks cooler. I'm just gonna say that right now. Wait, hold on. Let me see if this works. I want to see if this works here. I think mine looks cooler. Let me see if this works here. Yeah, see, mine looks cooler. You guys are posting this other janky one. Let me see. Bam. Look at that. See, mine's gold, bro. Mine's way sicker. It's gold. Boop. Yeah. We got the gold. How sick is it whenever we go live, the market just goes, all right, give me a second. I got to go sideways for an hour right now. Every single time we go live. You know, I know you went live right now, Rips, but we're just going to chop sideways for about an hour. You chill with that? Yeah, sure. Take your time, market. We got nothing to do. We're just going to shoot the breeze, baby. What's up, Joe Royalty? What's happening? Stream looks better on Kick. Dude, I agree with you. Nice. Who is that? Sarek? Sarek chose none. Sarek chose none or Sarek chosen one? Oh, I'm guessing it's Sarek chosen one. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, we finally crossed 1,000 followers over on Kick too, and I think it's just gonna keep blowing up. I feel like Handpay Poppy and then Jordan were both legendary characters on the show. I want more of them. Steven says, love waking up at 4:30 for this action. Yeah, dude, it's the best. PM says, Rips, how to trade all-time highs with no support or resistance levels. You got to use market profile. Well, I mean, you do whatever you want. But if you're asking me like how I look at it, market profile. That's what I'm looking at. Oh, there's another cool thing. There's so many things that you could do on Kick that you can't do on other platforms, by the way. I want to see if we can actually break down this area. I believe it or not, I am actually watching like outside of the corner of my eye. Like, I'm wondering if we can actually break this down and like maybe trade a VWAP, maybe take a little scalp there. What do I mean about market profile? This thing on the right-hand side. This is the profile put in by the market. It shows the volume that's been traded at specific levels. So the market likes to go back to areas of liquidity because technically speaking, that's what we call agreement on price. For instance, there's an agreement on price right now on what an iPhone should be sold at because they sell a lot of them at that price. If they went higher in price, they would lose the amount of customers that are buying them. If they went lower in price, they would find many more customers. But it's supply and demand, right? They want to find the sweet spot. The market is always looking for the sweet spot. That's how it works. That's why it's a market. The market is consistently auctioning, looking for a sweet spot. So when you find areas of volume that have been contracted, for instance, right back down here, well, you want to question why, of course. Well, this is the pre-market. This was towards the open. And then, of course, the real reason is this is where the market closed on Friday. On the market close, it's technically end-of-month flows, MOC for the week, a lot of option expiry. We don't have monthlies, but we have weeklies. All of these things matter. So you can kind of discount this range as being not as important as this right here, because you had a lot of auctioning here. And then when we took off there, a lot of auctioning in that area there. So we have a gap in liquidity here that might get filled. We have a little bit of liquidity being painted up here. So where's the fair value? Well, we got to find it. All right? Makes sense? Yes? All on the same page? Yeah. Drop a W if you're on the same page. I'm on the same page. Wait a second. Pro has trailing drawdown. I was hoping end of day like Topset, but it's like Apex. No, Pro Plus has no trailing drawdown. It's the Pro Plus one. It's like a gangster song right here. Also, Ripsaw was inspired to start using Bookmap thanks to you. How do you decide off of it, though, where price may be interested in moving in any given direction? I wish I knew, man. Again, I wish I could say like 2 sentences where I'd be like, hey, so with Bookmap, if you see the Wazzy, then you go wiggly woo. And then it's like, oh, that's it? That's all I needed to do this whole time? I'm going to make millions. I wish it was like that. Pro Plus does have trailing drawdown. Not today, buddy. Not no more. You missed the whole beginning of the stream. Pro Plus, check out the pin. Wait, now it's message. Look at my pinned message from Ripsmod is message retracted now. Can you believe that? What the heck? Ripsmod, if you would please, I have a pinned message right now as of message retracted. Isn't that lovely? Okay, there we go. Pin message. Okay, give me one in Kick that I can pin too. How about that? So, who was that? Hanafi. Take Profit Trader. New end of day Pro Plus accounts. 40% off. No activation fee. Daily payouts. No daily loss limit. Bang, bang, boom. It is a brand new rule change, and you are experiencing it with me together. Hanafi, check this out. If you were like, hey, Rips, I would never use Take Profit unless their Pro Plus accounts had no trailing drawdown. You know what I'd say to you? I'd say, it's here, baby! Yeah, it's here! Woo! No more trailing drawdown! That's what I'd say. If you were asking me. That's what I'd say. Your wife is seriously going to kill you now. Yeah, now you know that I'm actually in a soundproof office. Yo, Nick for a tick. You're going to get moved to a live account, I'm guessing. I have an entirely soundproof office in here. My wife is fast asleep. Can't hear any of this. I could be as loud as I want. So Nick for a tick made $100,000 this June. That is insane, buddy. That is insane. But actually, not for you though. I mean, wait, I did my funded fee. Hold on. I keep pinning the wrong ones here. Can I get like the TPT one? Oh, there it is. Hello. There we go. Yeah, so Nick for a tick made $100,000 this June. He just made $12,000 payout on Tradeify secured. Is that the max payout? Is $12,000? Or you're just doing it? Oh yeah, 7 days now. I forget. Dude, all these new rules are awesome. If the market could just give me something to trade right now, I could put on something, but it's like we're looking for the break of this, and it's just like, wouldn't you like that? So no data at the bottom of the hour. If you're expecting that you're going to tune in, we're going to see some 8:30 data. We're not. So what are you going to do? Let's see if we get some algorithms turning on here. See, that's the dope thing about streaming, by the way, is like I never would have known that this change came out. But because people were like, hey, man, then now I know. So there you go. Everybody knows, by the way, that it is going to be a 4-day week, right? We get a 3-day weekend. Everybody's aware of this, right? Are we all aware? Do we know this? Did we know about this or no? Oh, wait, we got Bostic coming up. 40% sale. Let me see when it ends. Let me find out. I don't know when it ends. But I mean, dude, load up, Buckarooski. We need some new kick emojis for July. Okay, I'll do that for you. I got you. We'll get it lit. Maybe the 40% off sale is only today. I don't know. I have no idea. Does anybody know? Big sale on Bookmap starts on Friday, but we'll talk about it on Monday because there's no trading on Friday. The markets are closed on Friday. I'm sure futures will be open for just a little. Let me see, actually. All right, let's see. 2025. Yep. So there we go. July 4th. Cash markets, trading days. Oh, dude, why do they make this so hard to read? Like, I'm not a doctor, bro. Like, just make it simple for me. I got a head full of stupids. Get out of my face. Okay, let's see. Closed at 12 p.m. Final close of the day. Okay, so the markets close at 12 p.m. And that's got to be Chicago time, right? So carry the one. That's gonna be 10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m. Pacific time, I think. Wait, because 17 they open. 17 would be 6. Would be 5. Yes. Okay, so that's yes. 10 a.m. Pacific. Okay, so markets are closed. Equities are gonna close at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Friday, July 4th. But like, bro, we need to be celebrating America's independence that day, I feel. You know what I mean? Why are markets closed early on Friday? Because it's July 4th, baby. It's time to light some fireworks and salute to America. America. Yeah, too much math. You're telling me this early in the morning? I'm just trying to click some buttons and say something stupid. That's what I do. On the 3rd, too? Wait, they close early on the 3rd? They really do. Oh my God, you're not wrong. Whoa, equities close? Yo, good looking out there, Richard. Richard Steele said they close on the 3rd, too. So they close on the 3rd. Not only on the 4th, but they close on the 3rd as well. NFB is on Thursday, the 3rd. This is gonna be insane. Well, I wasn't that bricked up before, but now, okay, we're breaking. Hold on, let me see here. Let me just try to button on something here, because we are breaking. I'm gonna try to put on a little sun here, because we're breaking down. Like, we're breaking. Show me that break. Give me that potato salad. I want to see this breaking lower. If we can break down below 62.43, then this thing gets extra spicy. Extra spicy. We need to see this breaking down to that 870 level. What about Canada today? Hey, I don't know. Grab yourself a bottle of maple syrup, a Canadian tuxedo, and send it, baby. I don't know. We are short, by the way, if you didn't know. It says it right there. What's your average, Rips? It says it right there. How many contracts, Rips? Says it right there. Everything. I want to see us breaking down below 86. Nah. So yeah, so on the 3rd, we actually get a short day as well. If this does break down right now in the S&Ps, this is going to get so zesty. So freaking zesty. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. Isn't that how it works? If it breaks down, it does. But if it doesn't, well, then it doesn't. Short from 83. Nice work there, Fenster. It's hard to read dark blue. Not going to lie. It's hard to read that. We're doing this in take profit, by the way. Because I want to get over into the Pro Plus and start bagging some wins over there. Futures are definitely where it's at. You're telling me, dude. There's no lies in what you're saying right now, by the way. If we break down this area right now, it's going to get so speedy to the downside, especially below 869 giggity. We have a lot of holding here, though. Come on, send it lower. Just a little bit more. I don't even know what I need to get over the line in a couple of these. I think it's just like a touch over 100. We're flirting with that breakdown line right here, though. It's so close. Interesting. Where does it say short or long? Well, position right there. -5 means I am short 5 contracts. The average price is right next to it. 22,876, spot 75. This is my P&L for one account. I'm copy trading 5 accounts, so that's the total P&L. Is there any other questions? Are there any other questions? Is there any other information that we are lacking at this moment? What piece of the information of the position are we lacking right now? You tell me, we'll add it. You're lacking a Ferrari, how can I fix that? Hard work and dedication, my friend. Trade for 11 years straight, try that one. Where do you get your hair cut? I haven't cut my hair actually in like 4 weeks, 3 weeks. I've been letting it grow. My bad, sorry for asking. Why you're sorry? You're sorry for asking questions so you can learn something? Don't apologize. Don't you dare apologize. Oh yeah, I want to get on wealth charts after this too. Let's see if we're rejecting up here. There are some people that are trying to catch this a little bit. Let's see if we can. Oh, yeah. Wow, we are breaking down right into that now. Holy smokes. Holy. Oh my good God. We are over the line in a couple of these accounts now, or 3 of the accounts. So I should probably take this off. Let me see. I'm gonna take off one there, even though I don't really want to, but I gotta reassess what we're doing here. Oh, we didn't get filled here. We ran right into it, but it didn't do one tick over it. Uh-oh. Do I use stop losses? Depends on the day, really, I suppose. If I'm trading during a day using Y at the end of it, yes. The answer is yes. Then I do use stop losses. Are we getting a vlog Zoom? Yes, of course we are. But of course. So we're trying to get filled at 68 3/4 and 68 1/4. Right here. That's where we're trying to get filled. That's it. If we could just push down into those magical lines right there, then we're going to get filled on this position. And then we're done. There goes one fill. Just do one little, just right there. And then we're boop, 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 boop. Just one little, there it is. All right, there we go. Hey, Yahtzee. Now, we are over the line in 3 of those accounts. We're done with those bad doggers. I just need to flip contracts for 2 more days on those puppy doggers. But they're done now. They're done. It's over. I can take those things out back and just, kadoosh, they're done. See that? We're doing it. It's over. That was easy. Well, trading's never easy, but that was it. That was it. Kid in my live account, put 100 contract. Yeah, you're right. I should. Just throw on a quick hundy Start sweating bullets again. That was fun. Okay, so let me go back here. Let me see what these things are. I gotta fix the copier now because I don't want to use. I'm gonna make a group here. Here, let's do this. Rips past. I'm making a copy group here called Rips Past. The ghost of Rips Past. Hold on. 9, 6, 0, 1, and 14. Let me see here. Manage groups. Rips Past. 9, 6, 0, 1, and 14. Okay, those are all passed. Cool. And then we're gonna make this one called Unpassed. Rips Unpassed. Okay. 3, 6, 7. There we go. Pooge. Booge. All right, cool. Boom. There we go. All right, we're back in the building. Thank you for the 99 cents free FBT. Appreciate it, buddy. SW, how happy are you right now that the market is going in your favorite direction? I love it. It's brilliant, isn't it? The market is rolling. This is. It's the dream, right? The New York dream. Oh, listen, mate. The market keep grinding. All right, I'm not gonna do that. I don't know what accent that is. I work on that. I'm gonna get better at it. I promise. I apologize to all my Brits here in chat. That sounded nothing like a British person. A lot of them were just asking, is that what are you doing? Are you having an aneurysm? Nope. Nope. Not me. All right. Okay. Maybe we could take something on wealth charts, maybe. We're coming down to a huge breaking point here in the S&P. When is the next speaker? We're supposed to have Bostic. Is there a rule here on asking about other prop firms? My question got removed. I don't know. I have no idea, bro. I have no. Diego says that was indistinguishable from a British person. Yep, it sure was, wasn't it? Oh wait, I gotta change this now too, because this is all sticking out. This is all hanging over. There we go. Move that a little bit more. There we go. What copy trader do I use? Tradeovate, built-in copier. Unless I'm trading on Apex, then I'm using Wealth Charts built-in copier. We're coming to a big breaking point right here in the S&P, so it continues to roll. And then we're gonna get Salcedo with it. Rips, for the people in the back, can you go over the TPT Pro Plus? Yes. TPT Pro Plus, 40% off for all TPT accounts right now, any size. And there's no activation fee on Pro Plus accounts or Pro accounts. I don't know. There's no activation fee, and there's no end-of-day drawdown on Pro Plus accounts now. So there you go. And the rest is history. That's all I know. We're coming to the VWAP in the... Where's the chart? Oh, this is the song that gets you all the way to the VWAP. Where's the S&P VWAP? Ooh, we're through it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pro Plus is a live account? I think so, yeah. So they've added new dedicated support just for Pro Plus traders. I can't speak this morning, my God. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'll be right back. I will play the song louder for you. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. Yeah. Okay, we are still coming down. What's gonna happen at the VWAP here? Microsoft's going down, Meta's coming down. And it's probably just all gonna reverse at the top of the hour. What's up, Yolanda? What's happening? Yeah, I must have missed Johnny. I thought Johnny was in chat, but I guess he's not. Traded the Percy Jacks today? I haven't yet, but I'm thinking about it. We're at the break of VWAP right here. And S&Ps are comfortably below the VWAP. So I don't know, maybe we could just try for a little, just a nugget of juice down there. We're right at the VWAP and the Nazi. Nazi fresh. And then we get down to the lower end of that volume shelf and it's like 50s. Oh my goodness. It all gets crazy down there. So if we get like a break of VWAP and then Nvidia keeps trading down, this thing could definitely go. A lot of ifs on the table, right? Bounce of the VWAP in NASDAQ. Nvidia is trying to hold it together here. What's the 100% win rate trade when SW walks away? I don't know. Ripsmod, fix the pin message. What are you doing? Bum, bum, bum. Doom. See if we could break VWAP and then maybe go to like the previous 4-hour low, because that would be like pretty juicy, I would think, right? Wouldn't that be like extra? Pretty juiced up, right? I don't know. S&Ps are still kind of dragging down here. Just dragging ever so slightly. 60s are holding right now, and that's kind of, where's the VWAP? 60s. So if we break 60s, maybe it blows down. You just never know. There's like 5 contracts at 60, but I'm guessing there's an iceberg there, because if it breaks, it's gonna go. I think it would go. It'd go pretty heavy. But like they're stacking orders there. Yeah, there's some people that are trying to get filled right at the VWAP. Nvidia looks like it wants to tumble though. It looks like it wants to get a little tussy. Previous day high. Oh yeah, that's down there at like 820. That's 40 points below us. Down below. Down below. Wonder if we get down there. It just really depends on like if we're gonna break VWAP or if we're gonna jump back up jump the boogie. Who knows, dude? Just never know. Okay, it's threatened the break at 60 there. Does it want to go downtown? There's definitely some bidders down here, but down below. Makes you wonder. Because right now it is breaking the VWAP. But it's holding it. It's breaking and holding. It's breaking and holding. Is this the area that has enough juice to break down? Google's kind of coming down. Microsoft's kind of coming down. Volume shelf is there at 54 too. So that's like the previous 4-hour low. Dun, 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 dun. It might have like one more little bounce in it. I don't know, a little bounce in its step. Go back up, a little bouncy bounce. Oh, just kidding. Or it's gonna go slamosito into that 54. Oh my God. That was the 850 algo right there. That was a juice bomb if I've ever seen one. You think it's going to go down to the previous 4-hour low? It didn't break it yet, but it's like getting kind of sauce down there. What do you think, folks? Is it sauce enough to get below 850? Or is it just going to make its way back up now? Because that was a big old slam there. And if NVIDIA continues to push down, I think it's going to roll even heavier. I think. I would think. You know, I'm not a doctor. What do you think? Is it going to break the 4-hour low? Drop a W if you think it's going to break the 4-hour low. Drop an L if you think it's going to hold the previous 4-hour low. You tell me what you're thinking, chat. It's not going to break it. It is going to break it. It is going to break it. It's not going to break it. SW, I know what you think. I know what you think every time. It's going to hold G-lines? Okay. I think you might be the winner so far. Right back above the VWAP there. Just VWAPing it. It's a VWAP party. Back above there to that 65 area. So we rejected VWAP. What bounced there? I guess the S&Ps. Is it going to break back below 60? Because that was the line in the sand, right? We had that little flush of CETO. 60 becomes the line in the sand. We do see some overhead supply right now. So the question then becomes, does it hold the old line in the sand here? Line in the sand, 62.40 to the downside in the S&P for Sheezy. G-lines, you called it. I think it was G-lines. Yeah, too much confluence at 8:50, not enough news to make the pull through. There you go. Right now, that is the winning call. So currently rejecting at the VWAP above the 4-hour low. We are seeing a lot of shorts covering here. And NVIDIA is still holding. NVIDIA is still holding at 158 and a quarter, or 158 and a half here. Let's see if it's finding enough sellers up top here that it wants to perhaps go back to like 60-ish. If it does, I could see this thing kind of rejecting, but it has to get back below 60s because that's where all that juice was to the downside. But if it does like hold above 60s, I think there could potentially be another leg back up. It's all contingent upon a lot of these things here. Yeah, it's going back down now. Wow, look at that. Big old flush of CETO. Back to the 60s though. Look at this. Back to the 60s. And it's starting to go. It's starting to let loose a little bit. Let's see. So right back to that 60 level. It's washing though. It's doing the old rinse-a-roo. Back to that 60 level. If it breaks below the VWAP, I think it will go. That's my call. So fake on either side, but right back to that 60 level. Like we said, the 60 is that line in the sand. If it doesn't break below those 60s, we got top of the hour coming in about 6 minutes here. So right now, faking out both sides. It did make a higher low there. It has made a higher low. How many contracts was that flush? That was like 250 contracts in the NAS there. But it's recovering. That's the thing. It's like, it's right away recovering from that. So I'm curious if it's going to get back down below like 60-ish at all. Right now, super low liquidity too on both sides. Like that didn't take a whole lot to push it back down. And we swept below that area of 62.45 in the S&Ps. So big exchange here coming into the top of the hour. Anybody's guess where it goes from here? Still some aggressive sellers here, but they have to break 60s for this to work. From what I'm seeing, at least. We are rejecting like at the 50 and the VWAP in the S&Ps here. So if NVIDIA rolled below 158, I think it would be a tremendous breakdown. Microsoft is at the 50 EMA as well, 497 halves. And we are less than 5 minutes now until the top of the hour. And that's where we're going to see a lot of liquidity coming into this market here. Like a whole bunch, a whole mess of liquidity. Bum, bum. When Apex 90% off? I don't know, dude. I'm not a doctor. I don't know these things, man. You're asking me like I know some. I don't know a dang thing. I just know it's 80% off now until who knows when. All right, seeing some bids come in here in the S&Ps, but we still have overhead supply. I mean, in the NAS, if that means anything. 158.40 is trading in the NVIDIA right now. Microsoft is bouncing at 497 halves, just above the 50 EMA. So we are seeing some buyers coming through here. See if it comes back up. I think it could go all the way back up to like 75-ish. But let's see. We're right at that area in the S&Ps that rejected last time, 62.45. So if there are sellers, wow, huge bid stack there in the NAS. So it looks like there are people that are covering that initial pullback, at least from what I can see. Popping them right around that 62.45 area in the S&Ps. What's up, high volume? Yeah, that 62.50 level is a huge magnet price as well. So let's see what happens here. We are coming 2.5 minutes now until the top of the hour. 2.5 minutes until we see a lot of this liquidity coming back into the market. Right now, I'm seeing a couple pops in the NAS here. Not a tremendous amount of selling. Well, except for that part, as I said it. Not a tremendous amount except for that person flushing into it. So some sellers are coming here. I want to see bids show up at all towards the 60 level. Just feels like it's trapping both sides, really. Some sellers still coming in the NAS here. Big order right there at 60 evens. I want to see if they want to take that liquidity or not, because that could be longs getting an exit. Let's see what happens at this 60 level if they take this or not. It's still, again, very, very slow into this level. Very low liquidity, too. I think they're going to wait for those 9 a.m. algorithms to come on. Let's see if we take this backstop out at 860 or not. Yeah, you can see it's drifting on like 1s and 2s right now, so not a lot of liquidity yet. That's why it's so easy to move the market when you're doing like those big orders, like 250 contracts that can move the market dramatically. And we've seen 3 dramatic sellers on the tape so far. So it makes you wonder. Some bids are stacking up now. As the bids stack up, I want to see if we are swiping that up at that liquidity or if we're taking it down. Trader H, hi Rips, how are you? I'm fantastic. Having a lovely Monday. 45 seconds, 35 seconds, 35 seconds. Still kind of coming down-ish. Yeah, we are still making, like, we are steadily making an uptrend. That's the thing, is like we're selling down into it. We're steadily making an uptrend as we are selling down. You can see they're gapping up price in the offer as well. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. 9 a.m. liquidity coming in. These are the algorithms that come on here. Should see a big burst of liquidity, man. We didn't at all. What the heck? That was weird. I was expecting a lot more shake and bake than that. Who's the next Fed speaker? When does Bostic come on? All right, we are pushing up into this bigger liquidity up here. Definitely pushing up higher into it. Swiping up at it with strength. S&Ps have recovered back above the VWAP here, so we are seeing an exchange and a rejection at VWAP currently. The algo's taking a week off. Yeah, it could be for the holiday for sure. But right now, like after we had that big sell, like we've been finding buyers. I'm curious if this is like a trap to get buyers back in, and then maybe we go and we revisit that 4-hour low. I mean, it's TBD really. Anything can happen. Like right now, we are kind of rejecting up here, but the market is still in an uptrend from those lows. Microsoft is kind of holding at the EMA. So. I did see the General Lee jump that fountain. That was insane. I did actually see that. That was wild. I'm wondering if we're going to reject this liquidity that's higher up, because right now we're trading like right at 70s. Timmy the intern hit the power button on the algo computer. Very well could be. Okay, are we actually going to slam below 70? That was weird. That was definitely some algorithms turning on there. Are we actually going to slam below 70s though? I don't know. That looked like it was bid pretty heavily there. Like we had like a micro flush there, and then it just like took it. We had 50 contracts that were eating at the bid. So to me, it looks like we still see a lot of bid support here. We have 300 contracts up there at 79, which again seems like a lot, but it takes one swipe and one cover to just eat at that. So let's see. And plus they could pull that order too. If they pull that order, it's going to be awfully dramatic through that price action. 22 contracts at 73, wondering if they're going to pull into that cover at all. See, they bump into it, but they're not swiping it. So that means that like right now, longs are still in control, at least from what I can tell. And it's real liquidity. We just blasted through it, but nobody's like sending it, you know? So we do have like some sellers, but they're not as dramatic as like this buying pressure right now. But the thing that is interesting about this is that they're relaxing a lot of these offers to make it easy for buyers to push. So I don't know if this is like, if they're trying to trap them or not. I don't know. It's weird either way. We are opening up in 26 minutes, 26 and a half minutes here. They've been pulling orders all day. Yeah, that makes sense. That's definitely how you get a market to go higher, is you put nothing in the way of it, right? As this is pulling up, I'm curious what's going to happen at that 78.5 level, because that's where a lot of that liquidity is. Or 79, there it is. So it looks like we just took that. I don't know how many we actually took there. We took out 93. So it wasn't even a real order. The moment that we went up towards it, they pulled it. It wasn't even real. But we are grinding higher into that level. Curious to see if we have liquidity coming on here in 30 seconds, which is 9:05. Curious to see if we have any algorithms that turn on into that. Because we're pushing right up back into that 47 level, which is where we rejected initially. So lots of areas to watch here. We're pushing up into that previous 4-hour mid, the 4-hour open. A lot of areas of interest that we're pushing into here. I'm curious if it's going to hold that area, if we're just going to like blast right through. But I'm excited for the market to open, because then we can actually get some real movement in price here. We can actually get something moving and shaking over here. Because right now we're just kind of grinding. Yep, still grinding. Let's see what happens here. The 4-hour open is what we're coming into right now. Just grinding, grinding, grinding. Are people edging with gold? I don't know what they're doing in the privacy of their own homes. But look at this. 0 offers in the way of the grinding price right now. Just 0. Wall of liquidity at 887. Yeah, I see that. 87. This is the point of control in the S&P here, so it kind of coincides with everything that we're looking at. Okay, actual sellers coming in. I don't know if they're going to hold it, though. That's the only thing, is like, will they actually hold this? Back to the point of control in the NAS. Okay, back to this volume shelf at 75. Makes you wonder if they're going to hold this and get a push down through 70 at all. We're rejecting underneath the 4-hour open and the previous 4-hour min. Just slightly underneath it. You can see though, bids are coming in. So a breakdown would be below 70 and then maybe a retest of 60, but we got to get that breakdown. It would have to be like a tremendous breakdown, in my opinion. So if there's no bids in the way, I think we could get down there. I don't know. Starting to roll a little bit here, though. Okay, 70 tests coming in here. It's holding 70s for now. For the time being. You can see, look at those bids stacking up. If people sell into that, that kind of changes the tone of the tape. Like if they're actually selling into that, because those are real orders. Not yet, not yet. You can see a little presto changeo there. So nobody's selling into that just yet. We are holding at 44 halves in the S&Ps as well. See how little liquidity there is to the offer side. So we do these pull downs and then we see thicker liquidity on the bid. So that to me still says buyers are in control of this tape right now. So they are continuing to grind this higher towards that 75 area as well. Right back to 75, 76. Let's see. 4-hour open, about 82, 85. There's a little bit of liquidity there, but not much. We're back to the point of control there in the NAS. Let's see if it's rejecting or not. Curious to see if these bids are still super strong, but nobody's actually firing into the bids. We're just continuing to just grind. So it's hard for me to tell like if there's actually any bid support because all we're doing is just floating higher on the offer. We haven't really had any bid tests. We have an algorithm coming on, I think in 30 seconds here as well. We should. Yeah, right now we are auctioning above these key levels and then showing bid support, but nobody's tapping into the bid. So it makes me think that it's still pretty much in control by the buyers here. See how like on these pushes to the downside, there's just no follow through yet. I think below 70 there would be, but we have to get there first. Let's see. Some offers coming in. Yeah, there's no real continuation to the downside right now. I wonder what would happen if they started gapping bids lower. But there's some icebergs that come in. Like, there you go. Iceberg at 72 there. If this thing snaps 70, I think it has a shot. But right now, there's just very low follow through to the downside, from what I can tell. Big gaps coming in on the offer, but on the bid, it's just kind of chunky and thick. Like a Campbell's soup. You know what I mean? Campbell's chunky. You like them thick. So algorithm did not turn on. I think that we'll get one at the quarter of the hour, quarter past the hour. It's 9:15 here. See what happens. Back to the point of control. 70, 75, 76. We continually make a higher low too, which is interesting. Like, that's definitely something to note here. We're continually making a higher low. So the market does look like it wants to go a little bit crazy here. A little bit saucy. All right, so this is the 4-hour open, the 4-hour mid. Big area of the market here. Some offers coming in as the price is trending a little bit higher here. Let's see, 2 minutes now. 2 minutes until we potentially have some more algorithms coming in. 2 more minutes. So right now we've just been grinding since the VWAP. Grinding! Would be curious to see what happens here off the open. Jams, dog. Maximilian says, don't understand your comments to the market. It makes no sense. All right. Well, nothing I can do, my friend. Is that true for everybody? Am I just making no sense? Am I making 0 sense to everybody out there? I hope that's not the case. Yeah, so ever since that dip low at 850, it's just been grinding. We are at 30 points. I mean, we were talking about that 70 level. I thought that was pretty clear. Very clear. I thought it was helpful. I'm trying to be helpful. What do you want from me? Try my best to be helpful here. You say it goes down in waterfall, and then you say it goes to the high. Did I say that? What? What? When did I say that? What are you talking about? I don't remember saying anything of that. Anything like that at all, actually. Break out the instant replay. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if today's going to be a low liquidity day. That's what I wonder, because algorithms are supposed to be turning on and we're just not seeing a whole mess of it. Microsoft is kind of holding the market back right now, but like if Microsoft turned around and it went for the juicer, it would go crazy. It's probably looking for a signal channel. I hope not. We are rejecting at the previous 4-hour high right now. Or previous 4-hour mid. Previous 4-hour mid. And the 4-hour open. We are rejecting there here and now. That's all I can say that we're doing at this moment. If you make sense, then you probably make... Didn't Microsoft cancel their AI or something? Let me see. Is there a headline for Microsoft? Let's see. That was on the 27th. The next generation Maya AI chip. That was on June 27th. That wasn't recent. There we go. We are rejecting right now at that 4-hour open. We got 13 minutes until the market opens here. 13 more minutes until the market opens. 13 more minutes. So that might have been the up jump, the boogie before we make a trajectory lower, but I want to wait for the market to open. AMG says good morning from Dorado. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás? 2X news today. We have news at 9:45, 10:30, and that's pretty much 11:30. We have a bill auction, but who cares about that? So we just keep on, every single pullback right now is getting bought. That is kind of telling. Every single pullback is getting bought, and we are seeing gaps of liquidity to the north side. So take that as you will. Finally seeing some movement here, like as far as like speed goes, velocity and speed. Yeah, things are definitely moving now. Well, let's see what happens at 9:20. I think we'll have some algorithmic activity at 9:20, 9:25. Still have to shake off the gambling we did over the weekend. That's what I'm saying, dog. Rips, other than 2023, have you been able to receive a payout from Apex yet? No. But I haven't really been trading them. I'm on wealth charts, so hopefully that's going to be the change of what we were looking for to like get these things juicing and boosting. Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for. It is almost Tuesday, Rich. What's happening on Tuesday? What's happening on Tuesday? Let me know what's happening on Tuesday. Oh yeah, that's right. You're at a different part of the world where you're in the future. That's right. Canada Day. Fire trucking spoofers. Where are they up higher? Yeah, I wouldn't mind them all too much. They're just gonna pull those orders. So Amazon coming down, Microsoft reversing, Nvidia's back above the VWAP. Get the market open! I want to trade! Open the markets! Do something! I tried wealth charts at the beginning of the year and I hated it. Well, it's changed dramatically. That was in the beta. It's completely different now. So I would give it another shot, personally. I'd give it another shade. What Rolex were you wearing in your story today? I mean, that was yesterday's story. It's a presidential. It's got the baguette dial. It's a very limited one. They only make about 10 of those pieces a year, so I had to wait for a little bit to get that bad dogger. But it's my favorite rollie. I love it. It's nice. Thoughts on Bookmap versus Quant Tower Dom servers? I like, you're asking me, I'm going to tell you Bookmap. Not a Quant Tower guy myself. I'm a Bookmap man. Humble says, I would agree. Wealth Charts beta sucked. They did a 180 much better now. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I didn't really use them during beta, but I've used them now, and I think they're great. Personally. The market could rocket up on the open. It very well could. Could do a lot of things. It's just holding every single pullback right now. So that's pretty telling. I want to see what happens 5 minutes before the market open. It's going to be an interesting open. That's for sure. There's going to be some moving and some shaking. I'll tell you what. Move, shake, shake now, rock. There's going to be some wild movement. Yeah, there's tons of bids that are coming in. Microsoft is holding that push at 490. They held 497, so we never broke 497. I really wish the market was open. We got like barely any movement here outside of like, if you're buying that VWAP pull, that little fake out below VWAP. Ribs just followed me on X and asked me to send Bitcoin for Marketplace. I wonder if that's actually me. Let's think for a quick second. Did you ever wear a Richard Mille watch? I've had multiple Richard Milles. One of my favorite brands. Divine Reminder says, you might think you have a nice voice, but you've been, wait, what does that say? Oh, shoot. I can't even see. I can't even see what you said. I can't even see what you said anymore. I can't even see what you've said. That's so sad. That's so very sad. I can't even read what you wrote anymore. That's crazy. That's weird. Can't even see anything. That is so weird, bro. I think I saw you in Andy Stack Poker Vlog. Yeah, that was definitely me. Send me a link of that. Can you DM me a link? I want to see that. Send me a link of that, baby. What a way to end my birthday, sending Bitcoin to the wrong rip. Don't send it to the wrong rips. Don't send any Bitcoin to anybody pretending to be me, please. Please don't do that. Rose, what is a big life goal that you got for the next 5 years? I don't know. I don't know if I have any big goals. Maybe make a mini rips. Maybe that's one of them. Maybe bless the world with a mini rips. I don't know about that though. Send me all my Wu-Tang coin. Is there actually Wu-Tang coin? Is that a real thing? We need some like disco for the market open, by the way. 30 seconds out till 9:25. I wonder if we get some algorithms here. Let's see. Yeah, there's my jam. We're still kind of rejecting right here at the previous 4-hour mid. It's just like dancing around this area. Right meow. Oh my God, look at that. 9:25. There you go. There's some moving and some shaking. 9:25. That was the first time we saw like a 9 a.m. algorithm coming on, really. It's been so grindy ever since. So there's something happening. Something happening. Tape bomb. Some kind of something. You ordered a wealth chart Apex on Friday. Apex is showing the account, but I've not heard from wealth charts. Is that normal? You just go to like, what is go to app.wealthcharts.com and log in using your, you have to like create your wealth charts account. So should be easy to do, my friend. Should be wildly easy to do, actually. All right, we got 4 minutes. 4 minutes till the open. 4 more minutes to go. Wealth charts code, I got you. I'm gonna drop that in kick. Get it. All right, let me grab the, go ahead and import that code right there. That's my code. Well, going through my emails and was notified of passing 250Ks on Apex. Nice work. Let's go! That's awesome. Could see a nice run up to 977. Dude, that would be insane. I mean, this is crazy right now because it's like, I mean, it's opening at ATHs, so let's see what happens. Anything can happen today, dude. Anything. Anything at all. The world's our oyster. Anything can happen. Let's see how she goes. Let's see what happens here off the open, shall we? Right now, we are stutter stepping at that previous 4-hour mid and the 4-hour open. So we had a nice refresh below VWAP there in the NAS. All right, 9:28 coming. We should have some algorithmic activity here in 5 seconds. Yeah, the open's gonna be, there we go. There's your little... It can go either way. Like, I have no read on which way it's going to go from here. It can go either way. Right now, we are bombing below that 4-hour open, finding some sellers, but will it hold? Right now, we just keep running into, like, we get these pullbacks, but then it's like it finds the strength to continue. So Microsoft is still kind of battling above 497. That was like a shot below 497. So that's why we saw that little frickadees down there. Nvidia coming down too. Dude, this market has been so unpredictable lately on the movements of Microsoft and Nvidia, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. If you're in YouTube right now, go ahead and jump on over into Kick. Get signed up for Kick, because that's probably where we're going to do the bulk of our streaming today. If you're not already over in there, Ripsmog can drop the link. Very easy to sign up. You can use a Google account to sign up. It's very simple. Super simple. Let's see what happens here off this open, though. This is going to be pretty spicy, I think. Right now, coming right back down. All right, we are 30 seconds now. 30 seconds till the market open, everybody. 30 seconds. Let's get cocked and locked. Let's get it moving. Yeah, Kick, we hit over 1,000. Over 1,000. 20 seconds. And we are starting to roll here. Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta. Question really becomes is like, do we break lower though, or do we hold like a little bounce and then it just kind of just does a thing. Let's see. Good luck, everybody. Markets are open. Are we drilling? We are drilling but holding. Interesting. That was a weird waterfall at the open there. That was crazy. Let's see. These sellers are getting met with a lot of heavier bids. That's the thing that's weird about this. Microsoft is bouncing, but we're running in the VWAP here. There's a little bit of a rinse. Currently is holding. Do we get up and over that 70 level and start to perk back to that like 90 area? That is TBD. Right now holding at 75, but if this thing broke out of 75, I think it could be tremendously strong if it does break out there. Right now it's fighting at 75. It's got some fight in her. So back down to those 60s here. So we made, looks like a higher low there, but then we have, like, for this to actually make sense, it needs to like break out higher. I don't know. It's just dancing right now. So sellers are coming in. We did not break over 75. Sellers are definitely coming in here. Is it going to hold below 60 and hold below 50? Wow, look at this thing dunking now. So sellers did dunk lower, but can it hold that dunk? Nvidia's coming down with a vengeance here. Wow. How hard is this thing going to roll is the question. We have that previous week high, previous day high to get through as well. So right now, softening up at 840, not really doing much below that yet. Okay, big sellers on this tape now. Wow. This could be one of those things where it just continually sells. See what happens at 35 here. Yeah, there's a lot of areas that just broke, like big, heavy, strong areas in the market that are breaking down right now. If we get below that previous day high, I think it can definitely waterfall much lower. So big if here. Down there at 800 as well. Wow. There's a lot of liquidity down there. Yeah, we are pushing through these bids with vengeance right now. I wonder if we take out liquidity and we just start blasting back up. Let's see. So we're running into 25. It's not taking out those 25s. We are seeing some bids stacking up here. So through 25, some liquidity there at 20. The auction gets really speedy below this, but we are running into some bids, obviously at the previous week high, previous day high. I'm just seeing whether or not they're swiping at those. So a lot of bids coming in here. If it does swipe through that 820 area, I think it could be pretty nasty. So some liquidity there at 20s. Seeing some more bids stacking up here. Wow. Wow. Right through that. I want to see if this has acceptance as an auction below here. Like below 800 would be so insane. Point of control just moved to 820. So this might be the turnaround area. Let's see. Some bids stacking in. Again, 820 is being defended. It looks like sellers are exhausting at 820 for the time being. Look at all that liquidity at 20. They're still battling that liquidity at 20. If it broke through that, let's watch. That could smoke a lot of folks if it gets below like 810 here. Let's see. Holding 820s. Big buyer there at 820. So the big buy stop just went off at 820. Nvidia could find a footing here too. Currently holding 820s. You can see there is bid support coming in, but there's still heavy sellers. Let's see what happens if we retest 820 at all. A retest of 820 would be really gnarly. Still some bid support there. A lot of bid support right here at this point of control. Yeah, see all those bids coming in? If we did break below this area of interest, like it will slam pretty hard because there's so many bidders that got cooked. So watching here at 815. Whoa, you see what I'm saying? Wow, look at that displacement. Holy smokes. Watching here at 810 now. Wow, that was a big exchange down there, just below 820s. So I wonder if this is the point where we reverse now, because it is kind of holding above that 820 again. We've retested that area multiple times. You can see how many people are bidding those 820s. Kind of insane to watch. Okay, so it looks like buyers are back in control here because we're now holding 830s. If we took out 30s back to the downside, I think we would see a retest of those 20s, but right now we are just holding. Yeah, big bids coming in. Microsoft has completely turned around here. So 830s are kind of holding. So big rejection here still. Back to those 40s, no sellers still. This is kind of reminiscent of what we saw in the open here, or off the in the pre-market rather. Like I don't see a lot of interested sellers still. So just watching here. At that 4-hour low too, that's where things get crazy because that's right at 850, a big key level here. Yep, still not seeing anything but buyers right now on this tape. Like super spicy buyers. Yep, 40s are still holding. Watching. Okay, dunk into those 40s, but you see that we don't break it. Those bids step right in, and then sellers get exhausted almost immediately. Let's see if they hold. Okay, change in tempo here. Watching 35s now. If we get sellers below 30s. Okay, big buyer there at 30. Getting rocked. Huge buyer there at 30 that just got smoked. Back down into these 20s. Remember, this 20 area was a huge area of interest. A massive area of interest at these 20s. That might have been the pullback. Let's see here. Yeah, this thing could easily go back to like 810. Watching here at those 30s again. Okay, into 25. There is a bidder there at 25. It is kind of slowing down to those bids. So curious if that's going to be taken out or not. Right now holding those bids at 25. Tax bill will progress and Trump will sign it by July 4th, according to Bissett. Fiscal policy should progress in the coming hours, according to Bissett. Yeah, I don't know. To me, this looks kind of like it's breaking, then it's holding. We should be addressing that. Microsoft recovering is what brought the market back up, by the way. Microsoft recovering in a big way. Will bring debt levels down, according to Bissett. So when is the next piece of news that we have coming out? 9:45, Chicago PMI. So that's going to be coming out in 3 minutes here. Order book's getting actually kind of thin for the PMI, it looks like. Starting to roll down a little bit here. Back to the point of control at 30. What do you think, chat? Where do you think we go from here? We're just holding these 30s right now into the Chicago PMI. Everybody's saying up. Okay. Going back up. Seems to be the consensus. So 8:30, we have a bid there. It is 25 contracts. We still have not taken it. There are some bids there in the S&Ps as well. See if we swipe this order of 8:30 or not. It's definitely softening up, preparing for the PMI, I think. It's getting a little soft. 26 contracts now at 8:30. Yeah, we just took it. Do we have the selling power to get through that, though? 42.9 is the expectation for Chicago PMI, by the way. I don't know, chat. This is like hanging at that previous week high, previous day high, so it is just kind of hanging out here. Wow. Some sellers right there. That was a stop getting popped below those 20s. That was insane. Is it actually going to hold this down lower? Oh my God, look at it. It's breaking down heavily now. Holy smokes. Look at this. If it's going to eat through 800, oh my God, this thing will spin. 810s are holding. So we had a bit of a waterfall there. Let's see if that holds. Now bids are coming in here. We have some folks that are covering. "30 seconds now until the news, until we get the Chicago PMI. I don't know, chat. What do you think? We are holding right above 800 right now. 40.4 is the read. 40.4, so that is lower than expected. I mean, that is good. That's contraction. Seems like that is good for the markets. It is holding. Back to those 820s, maybe? Ukraine trade deal has been met with by the EU here. That is the latest. So we had a little perk up, and now we are coming back down to those 820s. I'm curious if this is going to actually hold. We're right at the previous week high. Still is pushing into this 830 level. If we reject here at the previous week high, I think that we can definitely get below 800. Nvidia is bouncing. Microsoft is giving back a little bit of its juice. We're just dancing right here underneath 830. We are pulling, building up liquidity there. So this thing can just like blast out, in my opinion. Could get crazy. See if this thing wants to break below these 20s at all. Because we are rejecting the previous day high. Okay, there's some bidders there, right below 20s. Inflation is very tame, says Besant. How tame is it? Inflation is coming down, according to Besant. Let's see what happens to these 15s. If we flush 15s, I think we visit 800s. No crazy selling, though, at 815s. Very tame right here into those 815s. Okay, flushing below. Let's see if we can visit 800s. Look at that. It's breaking down a lot of these early buyers. A lot of bidders down here, but I think that we can eat into them with enough selling pressure. Watching. 800s are going to be very, very interesting. Because if we flush through look at all these bidders coming through. If we flush through 800s, it's such a strong pull. Like, that's a huge area of this market right now. You can see sellers are exhausting already. Right at 805. So some buyers stepping in here. Back at 810. Watching. Sellers exhausting at 810 now. Okay, some bidders are stepping in right into those 820s once more. Very lack of follow through here. If we retest 800 to the downside, I think it'll be interesting. Still holding 812s. Yeah, some big bidders stepping in there at 812. It is gapping both sides, which is interesting. They're gapping orders on both sides. I wonder if they want to take this down to 800. Coming down a little bit lower here. Maybe an 800 pull here. Watching 805. Some more displacement lower. Big bidders at 805 again. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't want to break it yet. We don't have any kind of push that's taking us below 805 into that 800 level yet. There are some bidders stepping in. There we go. So there's 800. Let's see if we actually have follow through. I think that's just going to be like a potential test and then a bounce. So watching here. Okay, there's a flush below again. Let's see if they defend this on the offer side. It's very fickle down here. Extremely fickle. Okay, so they dumped that below 800, but again, look at that. The sell side is not strong enough to hold us below those 800s. That's what's weird about this. See if they have enough sell side. Yeah, 800 is just too strong. Frozen at the wheel. Fed is frozen at the wheel. Let's see if this changes anything. Still 800s are holding. 800s are still holding. Like, we don't have that confident sell-off coming in at those 800s there. Like, that's what's crazy. Like, there's no confidence in a sell-off through 800s yet. We're just holding below those 810s for the time being. Microsoft is holding above VWAP too, which is not helping that push below 800. So if this rejected below VWAP in Microsoft, I think it could go, but A lot of ifs on the table here. And we're at the tippy top of this volume shelf. So if this rejects at this tippy top here, this 810 area, I think that it would be strong for sellers. Okay, there's that 800 pull. Let's see. Yeah, see, look, lack of follow through into those 800s is what makes me like think that it's not just going to waterfall through this yet. Watching. Still dealing with that pressure right around 800 here. 6234 is the level that needs to crack in the S&Ps. So still at 800s. If this thing wants to go and actually waterfall, I think we have room all the way down to 750s. But it has to hold confidently, like confident sellers below 800. And we're seeing like Jack in the Box springboard below 800. Like you see how sellers get completely exhausted just below 800? Like the auction is probing for sellers and it's just not finding any below 800 for the time being. At least from what I can see. Some buyers are at 805 still. No confident pull through 800. It's like confident sellers. It's just super orderly right now. Like the bottom is not dropping out below 800 here. All right, back to 815. Nvidia is still rolling, but Microsoft is pushing up. Microsoft and Meta are what are buoying the NASDAQ right now, in my opinion. If those start to reverse, then I think it gets quite speedy. But it has to, like, that's a big if. But as we're pulling up here, we're not finding, like, super strong buyers at all. Watching 815 here, they're gapping into 815. See if we fight over 815 here. Let's see what happens. Previous week high back at 825. So there's an order at 825. I wonder if we come back up to that level and reject. Right now, buyers are seemingly in control because that 800 just did not give out. But we're at the tippy top of this volume shelf, so let's see. Big order there in the S&Ps trying to get filled, but I think we break through it. Back to 815 here. All right, so was that the push all the way up potentially to 825 and then we reject? I don't know. This is what we saw in the pre-market too. Very slow, very grindy price action. Where it would pull back, we'd find some strength and then we'd keep going because there's nothing stopping this market from going infinite bid again if NVIDIA starts to reverse. Like if NVIDIA started to reverse, the NASDAQ would go infinite bid. So if this is like the floor of NVIDIA and that was it for the sell-off, like I could see the market going infinite bid. All contingent upon so many things right now. Yeah, because it looked like it was going to go super, super violent to the downside, and then it just kind of held. Back at 810, we are comfortably below 825 or 820 here. Do we retest 800s to the downside? Contingent on the contingencies, exactly. Look at that. So we were coming down towards 800 and then it's like, it's so thin that we just kind of like, just reject. What's going bid here? Not hearing any news. We got 400 contracts on the offer there. Is that for real? Let me see. Yeah, 413 contracts at 819. Good one. There's no way that's real. Let's see. We're going to slam into it. Let's see what happens here. Oh. Dude, that's insane if that's real. Oh, it is real. It is absolutely. So somebody's trying to short the pants off of front running 820 there. I don't trust it though. Boom. Look at that. If you're using that as a backstop, you got blasted on that one. So a lot of stops above that 820 area. Somebody was trying to get in the way of a freight train there. That was crazy. All right, so let's see what happens though. We're at the previous week high, previous day high. That was insane. It's like, I don't trust that guy. He just rock right through him. Nvidia is starting to push up a little bit here. I'd love to see some true momentum in this market. It's just very washy right now. It's extremely washy and rinsey. It's hard for me to trust the market either way because we're like at this topping area where we had that waterfall flush. It's hard for me to trust. We had a lot of agreement on price here in the Globex session. We're just waiting. Google's coming down, Nvidia is trying to come down, Microsoft is up, and Meta is up, so not the greatest tape in the world, right? Are we running into that wall, though, where things are gonna start to come back down to earth? I don't know. Maybe retest 800s and then bounce back up. So back into that point of control, Nvidia is coming back down a little bit here. Some defense there at 820. Let's see if that defense holds. Yeah, we are at the topping area of Friday's market right now. So if it breaks down below 815, I think that we can potentially revisit a lot of those orders that were stacked at 800 again. So 815, there is 20 contracts there. Just ate through it. See if it starts to waterfall below 810 at all. A lot of bids stacking up in front of it though. Tough to find momentum in this market. Very tough. Not a lot of it. All right, we are pushing back to that 830 area. Right back to it. Holding bids at 25. If this double tops here, it might be a good place to short under 25, but big contingency here. So 25 is still holding. See if it breaks down below. Yeah, just not a lot of sellers still. Starting to kind of dance around here, yeah. Just very thin, still very thin. There's that 830 area again. Okay, there's some sellers that came in. They rejected those 830s, but right back to 825. So that kind of could be strong for buyers there, actually. If we are doing those little slight rejections and no follow through. Right there, back at 825 again. Trading at 62.38 in the S&P is just sideways right now. Completely sideways. Some bidders are at 25 still. So it's offering an auction lower, and then the moment we go lower, oh, hold on, something's coming in. Somebody's doing something. Yeah, bidders come right back in. Just when I thought it was going to start doing something. Okay, Nvidia is starting to come back up. Let's see on these pullbacks here. That was crazy. So it came right up and then it's like pulling back right back to that 825 area. I want to see if it fights below 825 this time. No, it does not. You see these? Look at that. Every single sell-off is getting bought right now. So this might be a good area if we can actually break through this and like go for that Monday mid. This might be a good area to look for longs. Let's see where this was stacking earlier. It went all the way up to like 47-ish. So 25s are still holding. You see that? Yeah, this thing is still holding. If this holds above like 40 and it can actually juice above like 41 in the S&Ps, I think this thing would get pretty speedy. We're right at the point of control. I'm seeing if buyers are exhausting it all up here. Like above 40 is like massive, right? Okay, so a little bit of defense. We're starting to see, this is just so tough to read. We're seeing defense from buyers now. Yeah, this is tough to read. So just right into that 40 where I thought we were gonna burst, we end up having a flip there. See if 35 gets taken. Now we're finding that defense. So we took out the Monday mid, and now we're finding more defense coming in. So back to that 25 level. Okay, buyers are back in. Weird. This is crazy weird tape, right? So back to that 25. See if it auctions over this 35 at all. That's the point of control. Nope. Defense from the buyers there. Now it made like a lower high. This is crazy. So back to 25. Dude, this is the choppiest that I've seen like intraday after the open here. Like this is the choppiest I've seen it in a while. So back to 30s. 30s are holding. Do we get above 35s here? Some sellers trying to get in there. Back at that 30 level. This is literally just washing up to that point of 35 and then dying in liquidity. If we break out of 39 in the S&Ps, this thing will pop above 35 and potentially take out 40s. Stalling there. Crazy. Okay, S&Ps are coming back down a little bit. Fed's Bostic is coming out here. Advanced warnings have allowed Fed or banks to manage their process. I want to see interaction at 35 here. And this is just like ones and twos. Microsoft is pushing down with a fury here, by the way. So if Nvidia started to collapse underneath VWAP, this would also collapse, I think. Yeah, this is gnarly. It just keeps on like holding in this very tight range, 25 to 35, with like no rhyme or reason right now. It's very difficult to read this. Back to 30. Do something. It's crazy. We come up to 30 and then like nobody wants to bid anything, which is weird. And then we just slow down into that push of 35. Okay, we took that liquidity at 43. So there's definitely that 819 player that we saw earlier definitely could be still shorting this heavily. I want to see what happens with Nvidia at the VWAP as well. I really want to see what happens there. Because we're holding that push down in S&Ps. We're below 30s. You just run into a wall of offers here at that push into 30. Yeah, it's tough either way. We've literally been going sideways for like a good 5 minutes straight, just straight sideways. So one of these sides is gonna win, and I have no idea which right now. Like nobody's taking this either side. Through 35 would start to displace some shorts, I think, but it could also give shorts a new open. So right back to that Monday mid area. Right back down. Okay, so there was some displacement underneath the 20s. Let's see if that actually holds. Right now holding underneath 25 and right back up. Big bid there at 23. So big displacement there. We had an exchange there on the bid, 200 contracts. Let's see if it goes and eats through 35 now. Because that was a big downside move, but we had huge bid support there. So it is very curious to see this. Again, bid support showing underneath 30 there, but no buyers, no interested buyers. We're bumping into the VWAP there in the in NVIDIA. I always get the two conflated. So we have taken it a little bit lower. We're rejecting at 25s now, but holding at 20s. Trying to read this to the best of my ability here. Back through 25, couple offers there. Nobody wants to be the buyer over 20. There we go. Buyer over 25 into the 30s. Watching 35s now. Total relaxing of liquidity up here at 30s. Like completely dead stopped at 30s. Okay, 35, there's some front running there. Okay, through 35, does this actually hold in a push to 40? There's gonna be a lot of people front running these 40s. NVIDIA is potentially breaking out here too, but Microsoft bouncing as well. Whoa. Wow, you see that exchange? And then it just got held? Huge exchange just got held, so that's actually strong for buyers there. If they can fight this over 35. Huge exchange there to the downside. That could have given sellers control. So if we get control, if buyers get control above 40 here, watching, it's crazy how there's like no control over key levels. It's just a slow grind. So above 40 is a volume shelf gap too, which is like lack of price acceptance. So if we went back up there and we filled that, I think it could be very interesting because you'd have a lot of displacement out of these shorts. But the longer that we're holding underneath 40, the weaker it becomes. So a lot of things going on here, a lot of things. We're underneath 30 right now, no buyers. The more folks that short in this area too, that doesn't succeed, like if the shorts don't succeed out of this area, it becomes extremely precarious for them to get blown out to the top side at the 40s. So the longer that it holds in this area, the more push it has through 40s as well. Watching here at 30s again, no buyers at 30s. Weird, nobody wants to buy whole numbers, but they certainly want to support underneath. So back to 35 here, there's a 27 contract player. Last like 4 or 5 sessions have been lacking momentum and just been very grindy. So we're pushing up into that 35. Nobody wants to be the first person in the pool. So it's like into it, but nobody like swipes it. You can see front running icebergs there into that 35 area. A lot of defense at 35 and above. So it makes it harder for it to break out when you have all of that liquidity above it. You can see a lot of front running here, but all of those players become offsides like above 45. So the more players that stack here, you're seeing all these stacks coming in front running this 40 area. The more that those players get caught offsides, the more speedy it gets if you have like NVIDIA blowing through the VWAP here. Watching here. Okay, so there you go. It's starting to open up a little bit here. NVIDIA is above the VWAP. Let's see if we get a blowout of this 45 area, because then you get shorts in trouble. Watching. Okay, a bit of displacement coming in here. Watching up through 50 now. The business response to tariffs could slow inflation, according to Boston. Okay, right up to the VWAP here. There's going to be a lot of defense, but also a chance for a blowout. Watching. 50s are being heavily defended, but it can blow out so fast because there's so many stops placed above 50. Still fighting, still fighting. Some bids coming in just underneath 50. This blows out 50. It could like run so fast. Okay, watching this thing push. Okay, there's your pop above 50. Let's see if there's follow through on this pop. A lot of people trying to get filled above that pop. Back below 50. That's right at VWAP too. S&Ps are holding 6240 here. NVIDIA is kind of holding above VWAP for the time being. Microsoft's still coming down a little bit here. If Microsoft bounced heavily and printed a green candle on the 15, this thing, you'd see it on the NASDAQ for sure. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of people that are going up on the offer here, and I don't know if those are the people that are trying to get filled from these longs off the previous 4-hour low, but it doesn't feel like it. I feel like it's people that are trying to short here. Okay, so 40s gave out. Still some heavy selling here in the NASDAQ because NVIDIA is pulling back below VWAP. Just a touch below here. Little bounce back above 40s there. Wow, big strong push higher here. If this gets above 47, then it's buyers back in control. Very low liquidity. So another strong blowout above 40 there, but it didn't hold that push. So that could just be a sweep of early shorts. We have a lot of liquidity too at 62.42 and a quarter there in the S&Ps. I'm curious if it's going to start to go up towards that liquidity. If there's comfort and solace up in that area or not. Right now we're underneath the VWAP in both the NASDAQ and of course Microsoft as well. Bostic saying we need more information to know what's next. So that's Bostic yapping right now. So not great for as far as like cutting rates goes. The more information crowd is still in control here. Some defense at 45. If we get above 47, then it goes, but right now being defended at 45. Uncertainty over the outlook, according to Bostic. I think it's why you got that big sweep down there. Yeah, this is just all over the place. Right now, a lot of overhead supply coming in off that commentary. Still underneath VWAP here, by the way. Starting to break down again. President Trump will be easing sanctions on Syria later today. An executive order from Trump here. Watching here up at 30 now. People don't like when monetary policy is volatile, according to Bostic. This is like Globex trading. This is crazy. It's so thin on both sides. It's hard for me to see like where there's actual players like defending certain areas. It's crazy. Labor markets are quite solid in the United States, according to Bostic. So the market is trying to find some footing on that commentary, looks like. It does feel like it is trapping both sides, to be honest. Bostic saying 3 rate cuts next year. 3 rate cuts next year. Still expecting 1 cut this year. 3 cuts next year. That's what he just said. Nvidia is below the VWAP again. So seeing some selling pressure in Nvidia currently. Back to 35. Hassett says we're still on track for the July 4th headline with a tax bill. So back to 35 here. Some defense at 35 we're seeing. I think there's going to be stops above 35, but will it hold a push? So there's your stops. Does it actually hold a push? Yeah, lots of defense there to be expected. Very choppy, very choppy. All right, homies. We're going to go hang out on Kick. I'm going to go get this over to Kick right now. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. I'll catch you folks over on Kick. Drop the link. That's where the party's at.